Hello everyone, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
This is not the prediction of the outcome, it's just we start with 0-0.
Yeah.
Hello. We have a treat. Also, change of plans. We're going to stream rapha versus psygib. Two US players who know each other.
Yeah, quite well. And to be honest, psygib seems in great shape today. I have not seen a game of rapha yet, but his track record alone kinda always makes him the favorite, no matter his shape on the day. And rightfully so. I mean, the guy has won basically every last LAN there was in this game. Quake 2022, Keen Con, he wasn't there. But then, QuakeCon 2023, the Foundry 1 week ago, everything he attended, he won, and that alone makes him like the biggest favorite, probably.
Yeah. I would agree. They are pressing buttons, so I will also press a button. Yeah, so the picks and bans, they have 20 seconds to make a decision.
Yeah, and rapha immediately gets rid of Crucible. Didn't take him long. psygib removes DM6. I think that's a fair removal against rapha. Pretty good on that map, even though it's not his best map. And then rapha is picking his best map, probably. At least in recent history, it certainly... Well, no, in QPL it always has been his best map, win rate-wise. And psygib just goes in for the haymaker, picks Exile as his choice of map. Ruins, standard ban by rapha 2, most banned map out of QPL. Only in recent history, like the last few patches where they did some changes, he started to like it more. And I think he talked about it during the Foundry LAN as well. Yeah, psygib removes Deep Embrace, which is another of rapha's best maps, and then, well, he doesn't really have bad maps, has he?
No, that's also his standard answer, like, no, you have to be good at every map.
Yeah. Yeah, and this, I like that psygib goes for the Strogg pick, because rapha has, I think he has lost once with Strogg in QPL history on CK. Once. Including other lands as well. Like, he's unbeatable with Strogg on that map. So, taking that away from him might give him a chance. And maybe that's just me hoping, but...
Yeah. So do you agree with Gilson?
Yeah. rapha should pick Ruins more often.
Yeah.
The DK pick into the Ranger, I don't know. Really.
Yeah, but what would you do else? Like you why does it? Oh, okay. Thanks, Vea.
So yeah, it's tough. But I mean, we have Solek successfully on CK against the Ranger. Maybe that could have worked, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, but like somehow, and like you see the Ranger, and you also want burst damage. So,
I mean, the Eisen would have been a worse pick for sure, because you can bypass the turret that easy with the orb. But I don't know. I mean, you could try things out, right? If you're already trying out the map.
Oh, yeah. Like I would say, if you're rapha, you can try out stuff. But if I don't know how many matches psygib won. Like if you're dangling currently not in the top 4, and I think it is not time to experiment.
I don't think that you want to try out too much, because the seeding, like there are groups where you could have a decent player come out 4th, and if you're, or like come out 3rd or 2nd, and if you're not 1st, you will meet that guy. So coming 1st to ensure that you get a matchup against the 4th of another group would actually be beneficial, I think, for many people. Because there's one group where Strongsage, RAISY in, and I think RMV and Wolf, like, they're all decent guys, so kind of tough, but yeah. Anyway, Rapha with the clutch if it goes to a map 3. I really hope that. We haven't, well, we have seen Strongsage on clutch and he lost, but
interesting guitar. Like this music.
It's banjo metal.
Yeah, yeah.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
The goat.
Round begins.
Tony Hawk doing some kickflips around CK. Hawks. I don't know, whatever. The best guy on the skateboard. Probably also the best guy in Quake. Uses inject immediately, picks up light, nail, shotgun, and heavy. And makes his way over to the LG room where psygib will use Peeker immediately and it will do pretty big damage. psygib now uses that to aggress forward, gets Rapha in the back a little bit for even more chip damage. Rocket jump comes out, but Rapha is not fit to be catched here. psygib invested a lot of resources and make that even more. The defensive rocket from Rapha is actually haunting him now. Oh, that rocket was painful, and then the self-rocket on top of Rapha! Everything direct. I don't know, 10,000 damage, 4 rockets, turned it around what looked like a safe frag for psygib. Whatsoever, nothing happened like this.
Great damage. He has an LG. Oh, Rapha's LG is empty, so he needs to switch. But he's quick with the choices. Yeah, waiting for this light. psygib is around to do some punishment, but I do think psygib will now first go to the heavy, and then he needs to fight Rapha again, who is recovering quite nicely. Finds a light, a few health bubbles. Life is good again, especially now he has his inject up. Mega health. Next item goes to psygib. But yeah, Rapha already in position, defending the heavy. And also has capabilities to success records.
I like how Rapha laid out the tri-bolt. It was to make sure that the crouch slide of psygib was interrupted by the knockback, and it worked. So not only the momentum got stopped, but also Rapha won himself an item that way and dealt a little bit of damage. psygib gets the mega, pushes forward. Rapha has his back turned, gets hit again, and
yeah. So position-wise, like Rapha has the advantage, but psygib the stack, and Rapha's movement is saving him. psygib returning to the other part of the map, and we actually have some breathing room for the next mega health. But yeah, it's hard to, like, due to the positioning of Rapha, psygib is finding it hard to get a kill on the board.
imagine.
Oh, and those rockets don't help at all. There we go.
Yeah, the Peeker did some retaliation damage, but it was nowhere near enough to actually give psygib a chance of survival there. He had Rapha on death's door a few times, to be honest, and could have gotten the frag, but Rapha just anticipated the things better and got out of the situation with his life there. And now it's 2-0.
Yeah.
Rapha is in the lead, and the shotgun is just
Oh my God! Bag your
such a hard punishment on that range. The rocket does nothing, and that makes the follow-up shot even more easy for the goat. The goat on the skateboard. And now psygib's trapped behind the statue of an elder god and can't really get out, as Rapha is, yeah, he's just forcing the issue there. Ooh, and I mean, if the trekking would have been a tiny bit better, that would have been hella expensive for Rapha, even with his inject, but it was okay. Inject and then not getting heavy also didn't matter, because psygib could do exactly 0 damage. And the lightning gun of Rapha was just cutting through psygib stack like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, the pushback was almost enough to even deny him the heavy. But yeah, now psygib looking to collect weapons on the map. Rapha can get in position for this heavy. He's shopping for some damage out of the portal. Like, yeah, the only lifeline psygib now has is that Rapha didn't really integrate the lights yet in his rotation. So there is definitely something on the map for him. Now we get one light going to Rapha. Yeah, I think that's the other one, but there's still enough time to go for the other one.
Has no clue when the items are. He's way out of position. Like, he needs to be at HMG rocket area to get that light. And now that he got it and got out alive at heavy, he won't have much use out of it because Rapha is already at his tail again, chasing him down. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter that he takes that much damage because he knows Mega's coming up and he is inject. And he knows like the light after, so he picks the fight before the item comes. And it doesn't matter how good psygib hits or how bad Rapha hits and how long the fight takes. Rapha will be fine stack-wise. Now that fight, the first time in what feels like 5 minutes after psygib's good start, something goes his way. And he actually, again, has Rapha on death's door. A rocket jump comes out, but the defensive rocket from Rapha is perfectly timed. Stop any forward progression. No chance.
I think Rapha was glad that that hit didn't register. Is it the game, or was he really misclicking? There we go. Rapha still gets the heavy, and oh, so much entry damage. psygib doesn't know what's happening to him. Those rockets. He's just juggling with psygib.
Oh, that he kept his position on bridge there was quite nice. The reaction on the movement adjustment with the air control, nicely used there. And again, no armor overstack for psygib, despite he just picked up heavy. Going up the bounce pad doesn't matter if you hit HMG like that. Rapha just melted psygib. Peeker in public just adds insult to injury as Rapha doesn't miss that one for sure. Ooh, barely miss on the rocket here. Yeah, this is just weapon advantage by Rapha, and he's using that pretty well. And together with his great movement, there was not really a chance for psygib to shape that fight in a way that he would want it to. And which is kind of key for Rapha to make sure as well, I think, because psygib is incredibly good at fights when he, which he can shape the way he wants to. He has a great brawler, great combat skills in general, and Rapha not giving him the fight he wants is basically countering all of that perfectly.
I see.
Yeah. And also Rapha able to do some hero in his veins is making him quite healthy mid-fight. Loader flushed. Oh, so there are mids that he misses.
He's not going to die now. Rapha's not even giving that away.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, that was sick.
Say hello to my shotgun.
That's a bloodhound right there. He just knew where psygib was, picked up the traces, and hunted him down. 15-0. This indeed is Rapha's keep.
One-minute warning.
Yeah, almost 300 combined stack. when Rapha entered that fight. You have to hit everything and not take damage in return. Yeah, this is corrupted keep. There are no clean frags. There is no real gun to do your damage from afar. You have to step into every brawl.
Oh, the first time Rapha's not hitting like a truck. I mean, it's not like psygib never set up a trap, but Rapha always got out. And psygib had like Rapha on sub 30 HP 2 or 3 times at least. But it's not going to happen, and in the last 30 seconds, Rapha gets 20. Gets it to 20 rather. 3 frags made by the man himself. Yeah, and just look at the damage output from Rapha. Like, HFG, LG, and Rocket's massive difference on the latter two, for example, and there's nothing you can do. psygib just couldn't like connect in the situations he needed to. And whenever he was able to do significant amounts of damage to Rapha was able to get out. I mean, shooting an Anarki with LG in the back is like making it easier for him to escape unless you finish him before he's out of range.
Yes. Yeah. Corrupted keep looked quite hot. Now we're going somewhere colder. How many ring outs? We saw
0.
one the first time.
I don't think we will see one.
No?
No. Unless someone jumps over the abyss after getting the nail spawn, we don't see one here. No. I think the trophies they have is best LG and best railgun, and winning, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if but most frags also is, or most score points is a trophy, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I think psygib picked Death Knight because he won against Sirius with Death Knight on that map. But Death Knight did nothing for him on that map. He would have won it without Death Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 1 or 2 frags because of the ability, but he would have gotten them without the ability as well, like the win of the map at least.
And against which champion did he play?
Galena.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, jumping in. They are ready to rumble. I'm ready to rumble. Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah.
I hope chat is having a good time.
I hope they're also ready to rumble. Oh, 6 people will be incredibly
rich. Yeah. Like maybe it's a Rapha alt account, and we soon see him lose this match.
Finally come.
Okay. Oh, or someone
Round begins.
sabotaging him.
3, 2.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. psygib, get the spawn over at heavy, and the man with the yellow weapon arsenal goes immediately forward after picking up the rocket launcher. Just tries to make sure. Oh yeah, and because of that, he was too slow at railgun. So Rapha knew at that moment he saw psygib at teleporter exit. Okay, rail is mine for free, and now psygib gets like the payment for that already.
Yeah, does get a railgun. Rapha speeding to the heavy. Does throw his orb as a warning signal. But yeah, I have not seen damage output in this instance from psygib. Yeah, damage traded makes psygib weaker. And Rapha gets his lightness all the way.
Oh, very
Don't
carefully.
slip.
Yeah, it's slippery on ice. You need to be careful. And I'm pretty sure psygib didn't bring his winter shoes to Barcelona.
Nice. Yeah, Rapha getting into the heavy. Then uses a rocket jump. And
the flame strike completely missed, and Rapha was just, thank you, I'm gonna end it clean here and now. Orbs over the abyss. No reason, like no chance for a ring out. Clean frag, and the follow-up as well.
psygib getting hit. Doesn't have visibility, so he can't do any shenanigans on this heavy. He does take a defensive stance to block off the mega health, but Rapha just moves through him.
Yeah, and while some people think LAN lags, they don't even know that their own computer is the one that's lagging.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fortunate that psygib did not get rigged inside out, bye-bye.
Oh, decent rockets. Is psygib going to push forward? Yeah.
Yeah, but he has no weapons, like, to really all in there. He has only rocket launcher, and on that range he won't win, like... In Germany would say he won't win a Blumentopf, like a flower pot.
Ja, genau.
Yeah, and he won't.
No,
Just get railed.
So, psygib, looking healthy, but out of position for this mega health. He does get the railgun. Rapha just listening out.
That's the only person I've ever seen going for those two ammo boxes intentionally, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's safe when no one's around, right? But one rocket behind you, just tri-bolt and bye-bye. You lose all the control for like 10 ammunition.
When you're 20 feet tall,
Rapha gets another frag. And the rail of spawn, psygib walks into that rocket even. I mean, Rapha was kind of weak, but there was no way psygib one-shots him. And
Stopwatch.
on that range, Rapha is not likely to miss a rocket anyway. And Rapha is reading psygib really well. He knows which resources are on the map for him to grab and just positions in a way early enough that psygib's not really hear him go there, and then he cuts off his way or punishes the pickup. Yeah, no, he just doesn't want to give Rapha any chance of damaging him off spawn. Just hugs the wall.
Oh my lord.
And there, Rapha gives him a bear hug there, like squeezes him. Bye bye.
Rapha willing to take some damage. Both items will be up as a fallback.
Oh man, come on, even that goes Rapha's way? Like, how can you be out of position for Mega, but still be in position for Mega?
Yeah, he's just...
Oh, good rail, psygib goes forward.
Oh.
There you go, frag number one, psygib's on the board.
He's walking on thin ice.
Oh, yeah, it's not that thick on the floor, the ice, generally on this map. And he gets another frag. Flame Strike, the first time actually posts some value. Oh, the nails! Holy crap, that was closer than it needed to be. But, well, he kind of only hit while Rapha was going through the choke point anyway.
Stopwatch.
And that's psygib's run over again, Rob.
Yeah, well, there's still time. A little bit, well, 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, good rail from psygib and another one to follow. And the same as it was the first time he played that map, like psygib today, I mean. His rail is incredible on the map. He's just not missing, it seems like. Fortunate for Rapha, he didn't have it for 5 minutes.
Okay, finally something working in favor of the fire strike. But yeah, the next major item was where Rapha was at that moment. So he recovers quite nicely while psygib Yeah, he needs to get poverty items, but he doesn't really get to it.
What I really liked from Rapha was hesitating a tiny bit to see if he goes through the doorway or takes the TP. And as he heard psygib pick up the light armor, he knew that TP is the right direction to go. Because there's only one way psygib can come from if he wants to contest Mega. And that meant Rapha gets a free one just by going the right route. That's like pretty well done there. And psygib again, rail, gets a frag. Yeah, now we have a stalemate. psygib is not giving Rapha what he wants. Nice timing there, a nice decision from psygib.
This was definitely a situation like he knows that I know, that he knows
And
that
he
I
knows.
know.
Yeah. And it's... Yeah, psygib now wants to fight, but he has 3 rockets left, no lightning gun, and a shotgun. So unless he fights him here, and Rapha's not disappearing through TP, like he did, there's not a real chance that he wins the fight anyway. Rapha now is answering back with the railgun. Goes for another peek, which is traded then in the end, and... No light armor, he picked that up. The orb is being used. Nice activation of the flame strike. And just watch him burn. Well, no, he didn't. He just shot a shotgun. But still, good frag. 5 for psygib in his hands. Ooh, and another shot. Let's go. He needs to be careful. If he misses a rail on that range, it's over with for him. And there you go. Like, he's not... Ooh, but did he get 6 out of 6 frags with the railgun? No, he had 1 with the shotgun just now. But still, it feels like it's all rail for psygib.
Yeah, Rapha's nil work is pretty nice. We also saw it at the Foundry. And when they were screaming on a previous match, he also had a wonderful combo.
Yeah, and the positional game worked out brilliantly for Rapha, dancing around the pillar, spamming rockets left and right, making psygib's item pickup kind of meaningless. And another great rocket psygib. Oh, like Rapha is pushing him towards where he wants with his like projectile, the rockets in this case. But he's making psygib go the way Rapha wants, and it's so tough for him to get anything going. I mean, he did, but he needed to hit like 3 rails or 4 in a row or whatever, and every time that happened to him, Rapha was able to somewhat stop that momentum immediately, and then again he got planted by a rocket. Rapha safely secures map number 2, through a victory for the GOAT. Yeah, and I mean, it's no secret that GOATs are very, very well footed on ice. I mean, they live in the high mountains after all, right?
Yep, psygib. Calling it. Fist bumps. Handshaking.
Yeah, they don't sit that far from each other. They can turn around and then... Yeah, look, despite psygib hitting a lot of rails, and a lot of rails in succession, Rapha kind of answered it back, like damage, accuracy, amount of rails hit. The LG again was a big difference. Rapha is really good at creating fights where LG is good. And also look at the rocket difference. That was like... Yeah, like, so on the mid-range and the close range, psygib had nothing to say. That's why it probably appeared that he gets everything he got with railgun.
That's, yeah. The rail will save you in those situations.
It always does.
Yeah. Fuck that gun. Hi. We're real lovers.
Real rail lovers.
Yeah, yeah, so we still have...
we have Quake to play.
Yeah. At least 1 round. Let's see. Oh, the last round will be the next one.
Yeah, maybe there are some delayed games we can catch, but we'll check that after.
Yeah.
So, for now, we'll have 1 more game scheduled for today, for sure. That like 100% 1 more game. but maybe even a bit more. We will see that, and we will tell you who it is after a short break.
No, it's fun to say it again and then change it. Yeah, but like yeah, on the sheet it is ZenAku versus maxter, so that is the latest information currently.
Yeah, we'll
And,
roll with what we get.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes.
Get some refreshments, get some snacks. The next one is going to be a banger as well.
For sure. Peace.
See ya soon.